All right. Hey, girl.
Hey girl, good morning.
Go. It's afternoon,
Oh,
crazy.
hey, daylight savings time, it always throws me off for like 4 days. So yeah, good morning, good
I,
afternoon, good
child,
day.
I laid in the bed for like a good hour and a half.
Well, what happens with me is that I wake up and even though my clock readjusts itself, I get paranoid still. So every hour I'm still checking.
Oh,
So I can't relax. I'm up since like 6, like what time is it? So yeah.
I go to sleep late. Like I'm a night owl. I don't like the morning. The morning, I just move very slow. It's like the oven preheating, and
Yes,
that's how
yeah,
I
yeah,
am. So, I'm a night owl. I was up looking at my book design and just BSing. But yeah, I went to sleep at like 1, 2 o'clock. It might have been
yeah,
three.
same thing for me.
And
And
you
plus that's
still
why
wake up early?
I do, no matter what, since I've been a kid. I can literally go to sleep at 4 in the morning, still wake up at 6 or 7.
Girl, I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna
Yeah.
wake up late.
Don't get me wrong, I wish I could. I wish I could. There's definitely times I wish I could.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, I will lay in the bed and just lay in the bed.
That
And
must feel so
today I
good.
was just lollygagging. I was like, man, should I was like, I know I
That's
got something to do at noon,
that's
but I'm
why, and
like,
it's like it's noon already. How quick these, I don't know if you noticed, but it's literally like a blink of an eye now, the way these, it's like I feel like I look at the clock and then I look again and it's like 10 minutes past, 15 minutes past. I said, I just looked a minute ago. How was it 15 minutes
yes.
past? So yeah, something's going on.
I don't know. I read an article saying that the world is spinning faster, but I don't know if they're trying to feed us nonsense, but I don't know. The time is going by so quick. It's already March.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I kind of believe them because I promise you, I had an appointment, like a similar Zoom appointment once, not too long ago, like a month ago. And I promise you, I was watching the clock down to the T, looking at the clock. I was supposed to be on at maybe 25. It was 19. And I swear to you, girl, I kept looking back, looking back. It was 19. Next, it's 27. I'm like, but that's impossible. I've been looking at the clock down to the minute, and it was 27. It went from 19 to 27 in a minute. So I don't
I
know. We
don't know
spinning,
what's
girl. We
going on.
spinning. We spinning.
We really spinning, and they definitely distracting us with a whole bunch of nonsense as well.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, it's already freaking March. And I'm like, what the heck is time coming from? I don't even know. My birthday is next month and I just decided
Woo!
I'm not going anywhere. Like it's just like I don't even know where to go.
Just okay. So do what they do. Like throw a map down and just point at it and go.
I'm gonna F around and pick like Wyoming or
And go to Wyoming. And go to Wyoming. I don't know what they do there, but go there, ride
Utah.
some horses or something. And yeah, Wyoming in it. Yeah, do it.
And
Wyoming
I'm
in
just
it.
like, I don't know what the freak to do. Like there's no like activities going on in April.
There is, and that's why you need to just get out of the country. Like I've mentioned to you before, just get out of the country. There's always something to do somewhere
Of
else.
course.
Yeah.
Of course. But yeah, I'm just like, yo, it's like nothing the time is going by so fast, but there's really nothing to do. Like there's
Mhm.
no big activities.
Yep.
I don't know, but I am going to Essence Fest. I was like, you know what? I am going to go treat myself to Essence Fest this year.
Go
I'm gonna
girl.
go in July. But
What's the lineup like? I've never been to an Essex Fest. Is it is it like, I know it's Newark, right? It's a town. It's like
no,
a
it's in New
thing.
Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans. Sorry, see, that's why I break it down. I don't know.
Yeah, Essence Fest is like the Essence magazine. They have like a
Oh, Essence.
festival.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so they have like festivities where it's like a Walmart stage or whatever movie is premiering. They'll have the people talk. They have a lot of vendors. They have concerts. They haven't announced the concerts. Who's going to be performing or who's the headliner? That's at the Superdome, the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. They have games. Like it's just a whole big festival. And then you could also just walk over to Bourbon Street, and
And do that
the
strip.
restaurants have stuff because they know there is Essence Fest. Essence Fest has been going on for like 15 years probably, but yeah, it's like a big thing. You're gonna see so many black people from
I was about to
all over
say,
the world.
Black community gonna turn out. Yep.
Yes, so you're gonna see like a range from like older people. You even see like elderly couples and young folks. Like you just see a wide range. It's family oriented, But yeah, it's just a good time, and you could just also explore New Orleans as well. Like there's like a trolley that'll take you around the city. I don't know if it went up, but it was like $2 for a ticket for all day riding.
It's
Like
probably
you
like
could hop
15
up.
now. It's
Wow.
probably like 15 now.
I went before the pandemic, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's just a great, and the food is so amazing.
I can imagine.
So
Mm.
amazing.
I can imagine.
I can't wait. I
Good for you.
cannot wait for the food. I'm just like already like watered in my mouth.
Salivating. Yep. Now, does that
I
fall in
can't
your
wait.
birthday month? Is that next month?
No, that's in July.
Okay.
As I said,
Okay.
nothing's going on in April, but no, as I said, I would definitely treat myself to going to Essence Fest. It's the
Yeah.
weekend going into 4th of July.
Ooh,
Um,
nice.
yes. But I'm like, there's nothing going on. Like nothing doesn't start like kicking off until like late May.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And
I'm
things are
not
getting
pressed about
expensive
it. I have,
too.
huh?
And things are getting expensive too, no matter what you want to do these
I
days.
know. At least
Yeah.
it's just me, thank
Mm-hmm.
God. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll be turning 35. I've done so much in my 20s. I'm just like, whatever. It'll be just
Yeah.
a nice spo day. I don't know. Whatever.
That's why it's now it's time to switch it up and go international.
Yeah, again,
You gotta go international. I promise you, you won't regret it.
yes.
I promise
Craziness.
you.
Anything new with you since the last time I talked to you?
I'm still in the grind. You know, anybody that watches this that knows me knows that I'm always in my grind. So I just haven't sat still. You
Mhm.
know, I'm more dealing with, you know, whoever's out there that has elderly parents. So they know what I'm talking about in terms of transitioning where they're getting older now. And now you become the caretaker and the caregiver. So
Mhm.
that's basically what it is. And, you know, prior to us going online, we're speaking of prices going up as in terms of rent and things like that. I never knew. And shout out to everybody that knew and are going through it. I never knew because it's something I've never had to Google or look into. When
Mhm.
you look into things like assisted living and just the next step of where they're going to kind of have the remainder of years,
Right.
these things are as expensive as New York rent prices. It's like 5Gs to get her to a spot, 5Gs a month to get her to a spot. Jen don't
Mhm.
got no 5Gs a month. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's just figuring out what the assistance is with that and, you know, how much of that they can cover, you know, step by step and everything's waiting. You know how that goes. When it comes to insurance, healthcare, anything that the government's supposed to help us with, we got to wait
Oh
for anything they
God.
need from us. They give us a deadline. You feel me? So
You could forget about United States government.
exactly. So that's it's all waiting. You know, it's always a lot of paperwork filling and it's all waiting. And you know, these are things she needs. So I can't move till I know she's good.
It's craziness. Me and my sister started the planning of my parents getting older because
Yes,
they're
plan
getting up in
ahead.
age. But
Yes.
I'm just like, God, this is gonna be a
Good luck.
nightmare. This is gonna be a nightmare by the time by the time I get old because
Mhm.
we had to change like a minor thing on my mom's life insurance. And yeah, because they read her handwriting wrong. It's
Yeah,
like very
yeah,
curvy. So they
yeah.
thought her middle name was an S and mine was like I was like, no, 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 no. So they were like, oh, you have to mail in and she has to sign. Why did that take like 4 weeks for them to change the
Exactly.
initial?
Thank you.
And
So
I'm like, you
imagine
couldn't
every
do this
step of
over the
everything.
phone? Like we waited on the phone for like
Yeah.
50 minutes, literally.
Nope. This is literally every step I've had to take. Remember, last time we spoke, I was here in December. Look what month we're in. Because everything you've said is true. Every little signature, every little step forward takes you 10 steps back before it takes you that 10 steps forward. You know, so it's literally a lot of paper filling and waiting.
This is gonna be, I don't know. I don't know where the future holds us, but
Yeah, no, it's
I've already
unnecessary.
started.
It's
Hmm.
unnecessary because my thing is, it's like, dang, you charging over 5Gs. These are the last couple of years of life. You really want to put them in debt all, you know, all even at the end, you know, and the people I've spoken to as in terms of these facilities are like, yeah, some people end up selling their homes for closing this, selling their I'm like, that hurts. Like, my goodness. It's
It's
disgusting.
crazy.
And then, like I said, unless you're on the flip side now, it's just like, wow, to kind of have to go through that as an adult now, watching your parent devolve, right? Not evolve, but
Hmm.
into child instances and the whole truth about now you end up taking care of them, and it's the
Mhm.
regression of childlike things where I have to feed her now, remind her of things, kind of be the parent. So
Right.
having that's sad to see too. And then on top of that, all this waiting on and all that. So that's what I've been going through, and in between all that, still grinding.
Ooh, child, because you do got a life of your own.
I mean, I try to, but like I said, I'm one of those, like I said, Virgo true at heart. So we put everybody before. So we're not happy unless they're taken care of, So I'll be good eventually. But as long as I know that she's good and everything's taken care of, then I could.
Child, it's craziness. But we're gonna get right into our nice little topic.
Yes, let's go. Something refreshing.
So I grabbed this topic because my other co-host Kim, she had brought it up. I think I'm gonna let you hear. Have you watched episode 9?
No, I have not,
No.
girl. I'm actually having it online or I've been so busy, but go ahead, tell
Okay.
me.
We're gonna play the section. Where is okay, here it is.
For myself, I like to write down like stuff that I like and like note things that I really like about myself and things that I want to change. And for friendship, communication too, like definitely communication.
I'm definitely gonna have to agree with all the girls.
Yes, for sure.
All the girls. Yeah, if I were to come across a friend currently, like now, yeah, communication, I would definitely have to like lay out because everyone's communication skills is like different. I think I'm gonna make a specific topic on communication styles because everyone has. I hate texting. When I mean I hate texting, I hate texting. It just interrupts my thoughts. Cause I'm like, when you are like around me, you'll see like how disgustingly creative I am. Like it's just
Yeah.
I just will sit there and like while I'm waiting for my food, like I'll just doodle, like draw or like write. I don't know. It's just crazy. But it just texting just interrupts my thoughts. I don't know if it's good message, bad message. Like I don't want you interrupting my flow. And then also a lot of people just take words and context the wrong way. So the translation gets lost and I'm just like, I'm not responding to this, or I'm not starting an argument with this. Like if it's a text message, I'd rather it just be like, hey, I'm running late. Sorry. Or, I'm behind, or call you in at like stuff that I don't need to respond to, or you're just letting me know. But yeah, I hate texting. And a lot of people are just so accustomed to texting or having conversations via text message. And I'm just like, hey, I'm not a texter. I've addressed this initially because I'm like a very forthcoming person. Yeah, please let me know when you want to talk over the phone or you want to meet up for coffee and stuff. So yeah, I hate texting. A lot of people like texting. That's not one of my styles. I don't care what it is. I get so many emails or like I just don't like texting at all. That's not my communication style.
Yeah, I understand. I think one of the things that I think of when trying to form close friendships, this is different, of course, than the texting friendships, like, oh, let's meet for coffee, in 2 months or whatever. But actual friends is communication. But like you said, communication is often misunderstood or that type of thing. I think you also have, for me anyway, I think a lot of it is vulnerability. It really is really being open to say, okay, now this is assuming you already have, this isn't like, someone you just met in a bar or whatever, but you already talked, you already go, okay, I want to start forming a friendship. How is the best way to do that? Whether it's texting or whether it's phone call or whether it's email, is being vulnerable with each. We talk about this in the women's group. Yeah, it involves trust, it involves disappointment, it involves all of the things that we're scared of about ourselves and about other people. But in the end, that is what a lot of people are not doing with each other because for whatever reason, social media, whatever the trap is that we don't, we're not being vulnerable anymore with each other because we're afraid of being understood, or we were never even taught. A lot of us were never even taught. We had no good role models, or we ourselves were blind to it, whatever the reason. But we found kind of socially in our small little group that what got us there or to the start building a really strong friendship was vulnerability. It's
Yeah.
not a guarantee, of course. There's no guarantee because we because I always say people are wild cards. The minute you think you have someone figured out, you go, what?
Way to end it right there when she said that, for sure. For
Right.
sure.
If y'all have not go checked out episode 9, it's not about that, but we were talked about how you reinvent because she is from the United States and she just up and left and now she lives in Germany. I thought she
Nice.
was yes. So it's very interesting. But yes, so I grabbed that topic from that episode specifically. I'm like, I really like this. I really like this, and I liked her answer as well. So I was like, what better way? I think Jen would be great for this.
Um,
So, mhm,
I am so like you. Like, first of all, I'm a very blunt person.
yeah,
You can't get that bluntness off in a text message, you know? And the thing is, I like people to hear me loud and clear, and I don't like it to have to repeat myself, so I want to say it just once. Especially when it comes to giving, like, you know, like if I need you somebody to do me a favor, or whatever point I'm trying to get across,
mhm,
I'm once again a Virgo. We're very detailed. So I'll explain myself that one time, but like your friend just said, people find a way to still surprise you. Like I could break it down to you in detail what my feelings are, what I need from this relationship, whether it be a friendship or intimate relationship, whatever the case may be, and they still tend to mess it up. You know what I'm saying? I don't give you the rules, I don't give you the instructions, and you still tend
right.
to mess it up. So yes, now, I will tell you, in the very beginning, I was a texter because you know, I'm always in the middle of something, so I don't want to have to talk, and I feel like we're all adults, so I don't feel like I have to be behind you and break things down to you. But the more I noticed that I did, the more I
Mhm.
went back to, you know, either calling or voice clipping, you know, and I find myself doing that a lot more. So now somebody will text me and I'll voice clip them the answer or the response, right? Because once again, I want to make sure that it's not misconstrued, that it's taken,
Mhm.
that I get my point across. And I want you to hear the tone of my voice to let you know if it's something I'm
Oh,
happy with,
yes.
satisfied with, right? But yeah, we've gotten very robotic where, you know, a lot of people think that they can slide by just giving a quirky little text message. But like your friend mentioned, you're not expressing to me exactly how you feel because you're afraid to be vulnerable, case may be. So I feel like them, you know, voice wise, conversation with them, it kind of puts you, it allows you the platform to, but then it also puts you in a spot that if you want to say something, say with chest. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm very much like that. So yeah, I'm very much a you know, a voice messenger. And not too much of a caller. Nobody really calls me anymore, honestly.
No, girl.
You know,
I
I
still
find
got
myself
calls from December in my call
exactly.
log.
I find myself calling for more appointments from my mom than I do in conversation with friends, but I'm definitely a voice clipper for sure.
I tried the voice, but people are like, I don't have time to listen to this. So
Exactly.
I don't
Mhm.
even do that.
Mhm.
I'm very selective of who is around me, who my friends are, because I've had to had a conversation because I just truly hate texting. I don't think anyone understands how I hate texting, how I hate being on social media. Like it's just a big blurred line. I want a human interaction.
Mhm.
I when I'm talking to someone, like I want to get the full experience of someone and not a portion of you or majority of you, and then your face is in the phone, buried in phone, or you're into whatever quick little moment. Yeah, I've had like certain conversations and I wanted to know like where we stand as far as like communication. I think I started doing that during the pandemic because it just made me have like a clean slate and what fulfilled me. So the people who really wasn't on board with how we should keep up with the relationship, whatever type of relationship it was. I kind of just let them ease out because I don't, yeah, if I can't talk to you, which is, it doesn't have to be every day, every week. It could be twice a month or it could be once a month and then we meet up in person. Like, it needs to be some type of variation where I'm experiencing a human because we are just so buried into social media. I mean, we watch TV on social media, we get our news on social media, like everything is on the phone, and I find that people don't even know how to have conversations. Even when I do like these little clips where I'm asking random people the questions, they take a while to think about their thoughts because they're so used to being on the phone. I find it very interesting. And then when I try to pick up the conversation afterwards, like it's kind of hard for them to gather the words. So I feel like the phone is kind of just dumbing down some people.
Yep.
I'm sad to say. Some people are like amazed at me like having a book. I know I'm on the train a lot lately, and a guy conductor was like, "Man, you're like on your third book, and it's only been 2 months."
Dang, he all up in your business though. Woo.
Right.
He
He
goes
was
down
just
to the
like,
third book.
"Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I finish a book like every 3 weeks. Like, I read." Like, he's like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, I barely see you on your phone," and he's just like, I don't want to, be in your business, but you seem like you're young. I would think that you're on your phone. I'm just like, I mean, I'm on my phone, but I moderate. Like,
yeah,
I don't consume, my life is not consumed by my phone. Like, if it's not my parents, like, that's urgent, I'll pick up. But other than that, I mean, I have like strict office hours where my team can ask me whatever. I know when deadlines are because I have alarms set on my Google Calendar. Like I'm very structured and systematic, like in my back end. So, but other than that, like, yeah, the train ride should be peaceful. If I'm out, like on the weekends, I told myself on the weekends now, since it's about to be warm outside,
yeah,
child, I love me some warm weather. But now it's warm. I'm gonna be outside and just leave the work stuff on Monday through Friday where
yeah.
people are more on the work. But yeah, man, I just find it interesting. The conversations are kind of just meh.
Mhm.
I also think that's probably some of the reason why I know we're not really talking about dating, but conversation, like the chemistry between two people, I can just see when I'm out eating by myself. I just see certain chemistries because no one knows how to have conversations. They're like
No,
buried in their phones, and I'm just like, yo, what is going on? Well, let me mind my business. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like everything is just so consumed by the phone. The conversation is just dumbed down, and I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like I'm an anomaly, which I'm okay with because I like being by myself. But
yeah, me too. Me too. And you made up a valid point too, because that's one thing I've been explaining since I've gotten home. My God, the need that we have for phones. I mean, since I've come home, I've had to download like 8 apps just to get around town. You
it's
get what I'm saying?
crazy.
Like down to the restaurants we eat in, and the quick little fast foods or the 70s. Like everything has an app. So now I walk into these establishments, and this is everybody, boom, 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 or on a screen. Nobody, we don't need people anymore behind these counters. We really don't,
Right.
because by the time we get there, it's just to show them that we paid and keep it moving. Don't get me wrong. There's been a convenience to that when I'm in a hurry or when I'm on a
Of
go.
course.
I loved it. I'm in and out of the city all the time. So the bus app, is like a blessing, being able to buy the ticket right then and there and go on about my business. But I've definitely noticed what you've mentioned, like everybody's on their phone for everything. And yes, it's passed off as a convenience, right? That's how they package it and they scheme it. It's a convenience.
It's
But what
making
you're
you
saying is
lazy.
it's disconnecting every,
Mm-hmm.
no one speaking to each other. You know what I'm saying? I was on the bus the other day, and my app was glitching. That's another thing with these things too. You get these apps and they sometimes glitch. I go to pay cash. How many places I've gone to pay cash and they look at me like if I'm alien? Like,
I
what is
know.
that? You're paying cash? Like, what is that? I'm like, really? We're
Can you
doing that now?
count
Like,
now? Can you
yeah, it's like
count?
what? They look at the money and they're like, everybody behind these counters these days are like 17, 18. So they're looking at this cash like, what am I supposed to do with this? And they look at me like, you don't have an app? Like, if I'm not worthy, like, you don't have an app? I'm like, you don't take cash? You forgot how to count? Like, so it's just, yeah, it's that's what I'm saying. They package it to where it can be beneficial, but like
Right.
you said, it becomes an addiction. It becomes where the day the app doesn't work, now people don't know what to do with themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like they need to there needs to be a medium, like you said. Either the person needs to be strong enough to put down the phone and pick up a book, or there needs to be, to me, limitations. And there can't be. We have the freedom of having our phones and using our phones, and nobody can do that anymore. But you're right. We're losing ourselves. We're losing our communication. We're losing our intimacy within one another, even ourselves, right? Because now these days, the younger youth and even some adults our age won't make a decision in life unless they Google it first. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever next move they're gonna make, they gotta Google it first. You know what I'm saying? What happened with the go no? What happened with the, we'll take it as it rolls in, but now it's just everything has to be pre-planned down to the T, where if the unexpected happens, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do.
When
And
you
for the
said,
fact,
oh, go ahead.
and for the fact that the conductor to notice that about you and to be taken aback about that, like, it's so sad to see that he was more concerned of why you're not on your phone than he was kind of commending you, saying, wow, good for you. But at the same time, that was his first instinct, to be surprised that you weren't robotic and like everyone else.
It's crazy.
And that's the scary part. We are becoming way too robotic. Like, everywhere I go, like you said, everybody's just looking at their phone.
On their phone.
And it's crazy because you'll ride the New York train, and for years now, the New York trains have been updated with that map right on top that tells you your stop. People don't even look at that. They rely on the map that they get on their phone, but it's like, the map's right there. Take a look. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, yeah, everybody's just so dependent on this phone. And me being, in education, the amount of youth I see with phones drives me nuts, girl. You're not supposed to have no iPhone 14. You can't even spell yet. Like, why do you have an iPhone 14?
Oh my God.
And it's just all of them. And the thing is, not to hate on my parents, I get it. It gets hard to commute with your children, take them out to places you want them to be quiet. So you give them the tablet. I have this real thing about giving a tablet and a phone during dinner and outside events where they should be communicating with you. And now you're getting this app to babysit your child for you or entertain your child from you. Like, then they come to class to me, and then I have to double up on my lessoning because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not doing your hat, So it's just like, yeah, it's deteriorating minds as we speak. Don't get me wrong. I use it when I need to. It helps out a lot. But like yourself, I know how to disengage. Anybody who knows me, you can go on my social media platforms. I'm dry. It's dead over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm either reposting a meme that interests me or whatever. But as in terms of me giving you my life on apps, you're not going to get that from me.
Child, I hired someone to I just bought somebody aboard to do social media. I'm like, I don't want shit to do with this. Like, I don't care. Well, I care about the aesthetics.
Yeah, of course.
I care about the aesthetics.
Of course.
But I'm like, I don't care to talk to these people. Like, I'm never gonna meet them, which is what I want. I want a human experience. And when I talk to you guys, like, it's just like a bunch of emojis. Like, she's been on for like a week now, and we've already gained, like, I don't even know, like 20 or something like that, and all she's been putting was like emojis, and I'm just like, this is how y'all talk?
That's how they talk. That really is.
Girl, bye. But
yes,
I was just like, I don't
thumbs up or something. I don't know. Whatever they say.
And a couple of people will respond. But I'm just like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I got things to do. But you have fun. You love this. Yeah. I'm glad you love this. Whatever. But when you said people go on Google, I think one of these mornings I was just typing in Google, and I was like, let me see what people are thinking, or what are they looking for?
What are they Googling? Yeah.
The things people Google, I don't even have to finish the sentence, or you see it in the forums, or Reddit is a big forum, Reddit and Quora. I was like, is this what the hell people are like looking for answers for? It is crazy.
It really is. And it's stuff that either, it's trial and error. Like, some of the things they Google, try it first, see what don't work, then figure it out. But they just want to they want it step by step.
How about you live life and get bruised up in life?
They want Google to help them not to get bruised, so then they learn nothing. So yeah. And it's funny because for instance, example, my students, right? They have Grammarly. Grammarly is like a blessing. Like, I wish I would have had Grammarly.
Right.
So I'll give them things, and being an online school, I'll give them things to do. I'm like, you can Google this. They don't even put that foot forward to Google anything that's not interesting. That's not Roblox. That's not interesting to them, right? So they'll write me papers. I have them write me papers so they can remember how to write and type and capitalize. And they'll give me stuff, and it's just, and it's almost insulting because it's like, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for you. You're supposed to
Right.
learn first and fifth, second grade to capitalize the first letter of any sentence. That's like 101. And they won't give me that.
Oh
You'll
God.
forget to title the top of your page with your own name. That's 101. They won't give me that. At the end of the day, prior to handing anything in, you have Grammarly to literally reformat the way you've written it, and they won't even put the effort for that.
Not only that, there's GP, whatever those acronyms are.
I
Have
don't
you
know. I
ever
don't
heard
pay
of?
attention to none of those. Just Grammarly pops up, so that's what I always use as an example.
It's a new, okay, so I have like a mentor. He's like very like geeky into tech. So like that's gonna be the new thing. So if you
It
hear
is
the chat G, it's like an AI and it like
okay.
will give you the answers. It'll type out like whatever you want. Just tell it what you're looking for. So say like, hey, I need copy for an article on personal style.
Mhm.
It'll write the whole thing. It'll
What?
it'll it'll write the whole thing, and you have to press the button that says stop generating because you didn't tell it how many words you need. You just said write an
Yeah,
article. But it's a very new thing. That's why I said I got a mentor that's like deep into to tech. So
yeah.
it's gonna be coming out. You see the word, but it's probably not like big. But yeah, it'll type whatever you want. Whatever you want. Hey, I need a copy for a subtitle. I need it to be 100 characters, and it'll do it like exactly.
Now, aren't you afraid as an author? Because doesn't that put you right in the middle? Like, definitely it can help you as an author, but then Girl could take your job one day. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but it's not like original because I don't do status quo.
Okay.
Anyone who knows me just knows like you hire me or you want me to be a part of something, child. When the line is straight, I'ma go
Yeah.
zigzag. And
Yeah. All around, every
oh,
back
let
of
me
everything.
add some
Yeah.
purple.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, it's just like generic writing, and I've had some like beta readers, and they were like, "This is a very interesting writing. Like we can tell that you did not plagiarize anything." I don't know. It's very generic, but for me,
Mhm.
I'm my status quo, so
Okay.
it's just maybe for like a quick little something if I
Of
want to
course,
change
if you
like
need a little tweak
SEO.
somewhere. Yeah.
But if it's like a book or an art, yeah, no, I'm my status quo girl. That ain't no man.
Yeah. But that's,
But
I mean, as beneficial as it sounds scary too, because now we're gonna lose readers. Now we're gonna lose the thought process, right? You know, because
we're
now you can
really
have
gonna lose
somebody
it.
write, you're gonna have somebody write your thought process for you. So yeah. This new generation, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. Oh, and also from our last discussion, I stated I wanted to get into the teaching. So I started doing it and I was had a conversation with a designer. She was very young. And I'm just like, when you are doing research with your consumer, how are you getting your information? Oh, I
Mhm.
heard. And I'm like,
Oh,
no, 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 no,
mm,
no, no,
mm,
no, no, no. This is why your business is in the negative. I'm not
yeah,
saying this to be in a harsh way, but you have to. This is why I
it's
was like,
serious.
do you ever notice how companies send you surveys? And she's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I get surveys all the time. I think I just got one. I was just like, well, this is research.
Mhm.
Research is not going on Google or you going on Instagram. Like all this stuff is face value. Like what benefit is that? If that's the case, then everybody can be a business owner. I'm
Yep,
like, but
exactly.
you have customers, so you need to get below the surface. That's what insight is. Like you have to get below the surface. So you just, I don't know. It was just a whole clusterfuck.
These youngins, man, I love them. I'm not trying to hate on y'all, but you all
Yeah, I
need
think
to
they're
like,
very innovative, but like they just
yeah,
lack
yeah,
the hard work
the work
of
ethic. Yeah,
just
definitely of anything really, down
yeah.
to their
And I'm
home
just
base, you
like,
can see.
do you even like read? Like you have to read so you can keep up with the trends or know what your
Mhm.
competition is doing. Oh no, I just listen to podcasts. And I'm just like, a lot of these podcasts just feed you BS. Like, do you
And it's
listen?
their opinions too. These podcasts are based on their opinions and their interpretation of things. That doesn't mean it's correct. You know what I'm
And
saying?
also a lot of people just take money because they're advertising something. A lot
Yep.
of people are in that boat, especially
Yep.
with the major cuts of like podcasts and YouTube and all this other stuff. But
Mhm.
it was just, I don't know, it was just a big clusterfuck I was just like, child, what has social media warped minds into?
Into thinking that, it's a quick success. Don't get me wrong, some have accomplished it, some have done it.
Of
They found one
course. Of
and they're
course, I'm
making it.
definitely not
I
going to
just
knock that. But
But I
some of
just feel like
those,
you got to come in with this work ethic. You need to have a even keel of both, because what you can do now, 50 other thousand little youngins can do too. So you need to be fresh. You need to come correct. You need to come with something different.
it's
You're
a lot of back
all
work.
doing the same thing. Like, well, what number family are we on, exposing their lives and their children and inside their homes for what? I don't
Hmm.
want to watch the way you eat dinner. I don't want to watch you go on vacation. Like, what makes you? I don't understand the whole hot rise of this. Of all these families getting all their families. And don't get me like, I don't want to see the new car you bought. Like, don't get me wrong. Some of them will watch this and be like, well,
Who
then
was
just skip
that?
then. They'll be like, oh, well, just skip us then. But it's hard to, because you're all over the place. You're all over the place.
Girl,
And
I
it's
don't
just
even have my notifications on.
and it's the thing is, it's like you guys have this platform. You're raising your kids. Don't get me wrong. Some of you are phenomenal parents behind the scenes, but show us that. And I'm not saying show if you're already showing us down to your brand new toilet. People are watching. This is your opportunity to use this platform in order to gear the right methods of either rearing a child or just being good people. It's just it to me. It's the same humdrum thing. New car, new vacation,
Yes.
new car, new vacation. Like, who I'm obsessed with, who I adore, Kadeem,
I
the
was just
couple
about to say the Ellises.
is the Ellises. I adore them because they keep it 1,000 every which way. They don't forget where
Yes.
they came from, Brooklyn all day. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're showing you their rise, but they're showing you the grind when how they got that rise. They didn't
Yes,
just sit
the
there looking
good
pretty.
and the bad
They didn't
and in
just sit there looking
between.
pretty, even though they're beautiful human beings inside and out, you can tell. But they let you know we put in this work, and even though we've accomplished this and gotten this, we're still working in this background. We'll show you the background work we're doing to let
Yeah.
you know we're still working. So that's that's an example of a family I admire that took the platform, utilized it, and is giving back in that sense. You know what I'm saying? They've set the bar high though, because if I could find, I don't know where he is, I don't know where his brothers, I don't know where beautiful life
Word.
are like that, but where you all at? Because they're, I don't, that sort of
I
love
met him a
is fierce.
long, long time ago. I was an intern at Black Noir. There was an episode, there was like a series called Listen to no, yeah, wait, Listen to Black Men. Something to that, because I'm getting
Yeah,
confused with another series that I did. But it was a panel of men, it was about seven men, and there was an episode, what was the question? I don't remember, but the question he answered saying that it was a big problem when he submitted his wedding to a magazine or publication, and they said that his wife was not black enough.
oh
And I'm thinking to myself, like, what does his wife look like? Because I didn't know him at the time. I didn't know, I
yeah,
was just an intern. So he's describing it, but I guess you guys definitely get like a snippet of it. But they made it seem like she was like mixed the way that, because he remembered what they were saying,
yeah,
and she is black. Like when I see her, and I was just like, oh my God, I remember him from that show. And I see
yeah.
her, she's black. She's just a light skinned girl. Like her parents are from
So I'm saying, go
Jamaica.
meet her mama, man. If you don't think she's black enough, have you met her parents? Like, come on.
Right. And I'm just like, what in the
And
world?
what's and that's sad, because were these people also black, the ones making these judgments? Because that's sad. Then if that's the case, how, for it to come out of your mouth, you're not black enough. Well, you might as well be white and hold a Confederate flag if that's what you're gonna go around saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not like that's yeah, you're not black enough. Wow. All right. Little do
Yeah,
they
I'm
know
gonna
now.
find that clip. I know it's out. I know it's Black Noir. It was like ask a black man. It was panel of seven, and they were asking like dating questions, and he was like
Yeah.
the only married man. Um, yeah, that series was very fun to work on. But yeah, I'm gonna find that clip because I know it's on there because they did like a female version. It was like listen to black women. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna find that clip and I'm gonna send it to you. And I know they shortened the clip because the whole series had to be like 30 minutes. Each
Yeah.
show had to be like 30 minutes. But the host was just throwing out questions for the men to answer so women can know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I remember that clip, and then I seen him like years later when I just stumbled across him, and I was just like, "Oh, that's his wife." I'm like, "She's black."
Mhm.
I don't know. It's
I
just
hope they
crazy.
choking on their words now because black and blessed is what they are.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, their kids
really.
are beautiful. I wish they would have had a girl. They would have got their girl that they wanted, but they
That
didn't.
girl would have never been allowed out nowhere. Don't you
I
don't you
know.
wish no on that family?
No, but I know they
They,
want. I
all
think.
them men would not have allowed that girl out
Oh
anywhere.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I know DeVal wanted one, right? I think. I
I would
think.
think so. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not have a little princess in the bunch?
Right, but Kadeen gonna be the only. They're gonna be the only woman in there.
That's the queen. That's the queen right there, that family.
But
Sure.
yeah, that's like the only. Yeah, that's one of the only podcasts I like.
Yeah.
Look, I don't. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really follow anybody famous on Instagram, but yeah, that's a podcast that I listen to, or I like look on their YouTube because he does like their stuff off their iPhone, off
Yep.
his iPhone. But yeah,
Yep,
you
I
see
do. I watch all
everything.
this any chance I get. You know, I don't specifically look for them. It's when I'm scrolling, they pop up. Of course, I
Mhm.
sit there and I watch, and then I'll go to their page and catch up on the things I've missed. You know, I don't
Right,
like you're saying, I don't follow anybody. I don't be sweating nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? If
right.
they interest me, I go ahead and look them up and all this stuff. But other than that, I don't, I don't chase any of these people.
Yeah, I just like the lessons that he teaches to his sons, the
Yep, for sure.
talks, the talks that they have as like parents, as individuals trying to keep, and then Kadeen talks about how she got to keep up with herself. I don't know. I just like those type of conversations. I don't really see many people talking about that like online, besides me talking to like my few female friends about it. But other than that, I think they have like great,
The
like
realest ones.
well-rounded conversation.
Yep, they're the realists, basically. They tell we catch
Mhm.
Kadeem when she wake up in the morning. She don't care. Even though
Right,
she's even though she's still fly, she's the definition of I woke up like this. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But yeah, it's just they keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And they're relatable. You know what I'm saying? They're from around our
Very.
way. They're from around our way, so we know the struggles they had growing up in Brooklyn in the hood and all that. And they don't forget they don't forget where they came from every time they speak of that. Every time they upgrade their home, they let you know we went from Brooklyn to here, but we still Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that's what it is. It's they stand out so much because they've kept it real through all this chaos.
And they got
They
a support, they got a community around them that keeps them
exactly.
grounded.
Exactly. They could have easily assimilated and been those robotic families, like just like us. I don't want to name drop, but there's this one family. I mean, they're on their grind. More power to them. They're making this money in order for their kids to have everything as they get older. But every time I pop up on this family's page, it's something new they bought. You feel me? Like we got a new car. Oh, or we're going on this new vacation. All right, but what's the lesson behind that? Do the kids know that
Right.
there's kids out in the world that can't afford this? Is there, there's is are you teaching your kids that this may be gone tomorrow and what to do if it is? Like I don't see the kids getting that value. Every picture I see, the selfies, it's them with new Prada outfits and them with a new pocketbook. You feel me? And it's just like,
They
what
gonna
else is there?
outgrow that stuff in like 3 months.
That's why. Like, what else? What else are you guys learning as a family? Because all I see is you vacationing and stuff, which is beautiful. Yes, go for it. But okay, what else? Once again, our last conversation, me suffering a loss, that opens your eyes to you can drop dead anytime. How many more times we all gotta hear this? This could all end at any time. Now what happens to the kids? What have they
Right.
learned? What can they take as they get older? Like that's the thing. It's not about saying go see the world. And mind you, you're showing them still the pretty parts of the world. Where's the ugly parts? Let them see that too.
Child.
Let them see that too, so they're ready for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of these, I don't know, a lot of people are on this little, fame train.
Pedestal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this little fame train, which is fine. Once again, not shitting on anyone's hustle. But are you ready for when that train stops? When you have to get off finally at that stop, do you know what to do next? Are you set up next? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to tell nobody how to do their finances and stuff, but are you doing the right thing with those finances? But do you have money on the side ready for when shit hits the fan? And
Right.
right now, the way some of y'all spending, I don't know. Like, I don't know. So yeah, that's what I love about the Ellises. They're like, oh, we got this little bit of money. All right, we're gonna upgrade this home, invest in this, invest in that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's investments there. So if shit were to hit the fan, they could fall back on that. That to me is the right thing to do.
Absolutely. That's why I've
Again,
been
everybody
digging
can
my
get
that's
whatever
why
they
I've been
need.
digging my face all up in these books. Everybody
Mhm.
else wanna be in social media. Oh, I'm gonna get my information. No, 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 no. I done found me so many daggone books and so many. I like getting like older books because I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
feel like systems have not changed. They just updated because of technology.
Yep.
But yeah, just reading books. I know I found a book on Friends. I looked up the author because I was like, I don't really see books about like making friends as an adult.
Yeah.
Said this before, but I found one. The author is a psychologist. She specializes in just meeting new people, and it was something else, dealing with rejection or something like that. But I was like, okay, let me see what this book is about, and let me go on her website. She has like a specific test where it like grades you on, do you initiate, do you do follow-ups, and I forgot what the third one was, but my initiation was like it was like above, I was like a little bit above average, but I was like, I feel like I need to work on this. My follow-up is good because when I like someone, I like being around someone, I will definitely follow up, but initiation. I don't know. I just be chilling. Like when I go
Yeah.
out, I'm just chilling. Like I'm just not like, okay, today I'm gonna make a new friend. Like I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just out. I want to take myself out. I feel like eating at this place, and I'm just chilling. Like I just, and sometimes I don't. I know I have a resting bitch face.
Oh,
Sometimes
so do I all the time.
I
Everybody's like, you're
can't
me. I'm
help
like,
it.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I've heard a lot that people are like, I wanted to approach you, but you just seem like you were just like uninterested, so we don't just come up to you. So I'm gonna get the book. I'm gonna I ordered the book just this past Saturday. I'm gonna see how it is. But
Question: when did she drop that book? Only because the people she may be talking about 5 to 10 years ago are
no,
different
she
than the
it's
people are
recent. It was
now.
2020.
Okay, 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 okay,
2020.
okay,
Yes, I went on her website and she's done like she's still on a press run from that
okay,
book and articles and all this. It's like Megan something PhD, but she dropped the book about 2 years ago. And then I
okay.
actually went on her website and like read like a press, and it was all from that book. She's been doing like speaking engagements off of that book.
Oh, from the book, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check it out. It was another book, but the reviews was like 50-50, and I'm just like, I want to be a good friend book because I want to make some new friends.
Yeah,
New
yeah.
friends. Once I did that, I was like, let me follow up on someone I haven't talked to, and I met from a bar, from an event that I told you. I went to like a speed dating, and then I
Okay.
met like another I met like another lady, but my schedule gets so hectic around January, February because it's like fashion week. So like I become MIA. But she didn't know that because I just met her like mid-December. So
Yeah.
I had apologized. I was like, sorry, I went MIA, but yeah, my type of profession, like I just am like tied up. I'm super busy on top of me just putting my own book together. It's just overwhelming. And then I asked if she wanted to, if she was okay, well, we could go out for coffee or whatever. And she was like, okay, we can go in April. So I was like, okay, so we're communicating. Hopefully that'll
Yep.
be something. But yeah, my initiation game is I don't know. I'm just chilling. Like I'm just living life and just stay out of people's way because you like my co-host, yeah, people are wild cards. You just never know
Exactly.
what you
So do
gonna
you
get.
do you feel that you've chosen this book because you want to change? Because I feel like you do something similar to me. Like if the energy is there, the energy is worth it, the chemistry is there, it will come to me. So I don't feel like I would need a book to kind of trick myself into being a better, you know, communicator in that sense, as in terms of getting people to come in my life. I just feel like whoever's supposed to be there will be there eventually when they get there. So is it that you're longing for that sort of friendship, or is you since you love to read, it's just something new to read and it caught your eye? Like, what is your main goal with reading this book and this specific topic?
I don't feel like I have made any adult friends. I feel like the
Okay.
friends that I've had were like from college, from elementary school. Man, did I make any friends after
She
college?
said, wait a minute now. Who's my friend right now? Wait a minute. Let me think about this.
Yeah, like I had to sit and like I haven't really made any adult friends. And I really consider myself like an adult.
Yeah, of course.
Like I'm sitting here talking to my parents about their freaking estates.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, I'm an adult.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I just sat and thought to myself, like, I haven't really made like a new friend. It's yeah, man, like over 8 years, like over 7, 8 years. And I'm just such in a different mind state, like right now. Yeah, I just wanted something new to read. Yes, of course, I always want something new to read, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted something different since I'm in a different mind state. Try something new. I told myself that's a priority of mine to just challenge myself. And a part of that challenge is just going about friendships a different way since I'm in my 30s and anyone that I make a friends with, I want it for a long term.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I know people have different priorities and different obligations and stuff like that, but yeah, I just wanted to try a different approach, a different perspective since I'm in a whole different clean slate. But yeah, I haven't really made like a new friend in over 7, 8 years.
Okay. So this is for you. This is for you to open yourself up a little bit more and, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Good
try
for you.
something new.
Another question. Is she an African American author or Caucasian author? Only because, our races have different approaches when it
Oh
comes to reading.
yes.
Like the average African American female has more of a resting bitch face than the average Caucasian female.
Oh
You know,
yes.
so we're less approachable than the average person. So is she African American or is she
She's
Caucasian?
white.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
white. So I
Okay.
always take in people's advice and just like dissect it into my own because I just like I said, I'm not status quo. My parents even know this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna take what you give me, but you know when I come back with it, it's gonna be remixed,
Different.
revamped,
Yeah.
flipped. But yeah, no, I'm gonna just read it, dissect it, journal about it, see which way I want to go about it, and just play around with it and see which way works. But yeah, she's white, but I
Well, at
mean,
least she's trying, right? At least she wrote a book and she's seen that there's a lack of real, true friendship. So at least she's trying to give that advice from her experience and her knowledge. What may work, right?
yeah.
What we can pass off. So it's not. There's no harm in that, of course.
Yeah, when I was looking at the reviews of the book, a lot of people were like, during the pandemic, I lost all my friends, or someone was like, we moved in another state and we had no friends, so I got this book and me and my husband read it. I'm just like, wow, this is like a topic. I think friends in the dating sphere is like crumbling because
Oh
everyone
yeah.
is trying to
Oh
just
yeah.
grasp their life with the hikes of price of
Yeah.
everything. And we're just tired of just living this robotic life. Well, some of us, I can't speak for everybody, but woo child. But yeah, a lot of the reviews were like, yeah, I don't have many friends, especially during the pandemic, or when I moved. It was a lot of that, like
Yeah.
that similar type of saying.
Good for you, girl. Let's see how that goes. Let me know when you're done reading. I want to know.
Yes, it should be here. I think they said it on the 15th or 17th, one of those. But
Okay.
yes, I'm excited to read. I'm gonna zip through that book.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Take
I'm gonna be
all the keynotes.
highlighting.
All the
Like
keynotes.
let me highlight, put my little bunny ears. Like, okay, I'm gonna try this
And then
one.
she'll be in Starbucks one day and be like, hello, friend. My
Like,
name is.
hey, hey there.
Yep.
But yeah, do you initiate conversation or no? How are you with initiation?
I'm a little bit of both. Yes. I'm not necessarily, I'm an initiator when it comes to if we're in a certain environment and, something I want to get across or a question I want to ask, I have no shame in asking that question. I've been fortunate enough from what people tell me that my aura, I guess, is good. So even with the resting bitch face, when they eventually do speak to me and then the conversation's great, they're like, wow, you give up such great vibes.
Right.
So I really take pride in getting that sort of, feedback from people, especially strangers. Like when I do Uber, actually, I become people's psychiatrists, honestly.
Oh,
They're drunk, they're
girl.
telling me their life story. Like this one girl was in it a couple of weeks ago and she was about to drunk dial, right? And I was like, don't drunk dial. Why, what's going on? And then she was like, no, but the thing is, we've been friends for years. And, we got drunk one day. We had a little something, but it wasn't good. I could attribute it to the softness and my dryness, just not trying to put all her business out there. But, things like that. So I'm like, look, if he really, 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 really wanted to talk to you, he would have been called you by now. It's been like over a month.
Over
don't
a
sucker yourself.
month?
Yes, don't sucker yourself. Don't sucker yourself.
Girl, yeah, no, it's a
So
wrap.
yeah, I love talking to people. I love meeting people, and I love getting that sort of response. Like, oh, you're super cool, and you give off good vibes. So I've never had a problem as in terms of um initiating. Like I said, I don't go out of my way to initiate, but once the conversation kicks off, then it's all good. I've been fortunate enough to kind of meet good people these past couple of years for the most part, aside from the drama. You know,
Yikes.
yeah.
Yeah, Uber and Lyft, I've definitely had some fun conversations. I know I had one, he was like visiting from like Virginia or no, West Virginia, and he was driving New Jersey. He was just like, "Oh, so like what's there to do around here?" And I'm just like, "Are you from around here?" I didn't even realize his plates
They're
were.
not. A lot of them are not anymore.
I
Yeah,
know. And he was, I don't know, the conversation was just so cool. He was just like, yeah, you're pretty cool. I don't see much black people where I'm from. And I'm like, where the hell are you from? He's like, West Virginia. And I'm just like,
I thought we have a whole bunch of black people over there.
maybe
And
he's on the other side. I don't know.
maybe I didn't know there was another side. The only side I know is the black side. So I guess it's the
I
black
don't
side.
know, but he just was like very astonished at like how the conversation flowed, and
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just like, okay, well, I'm not thinking to myself like, not every black person is ghetto. Like, what?
yeah.
What the heck? And it's
It's
someone
the way we're
else.
packaged. That's the way we're packaged.
Child, the presumptions. And if
Yeah.
someone else was like from Nigeria, he was just like, oh my God, are you my long lost sister? And I'm like, what?
Ay,
I'm like,
ay,
I've only visit there. Like, I'm not from there. I'm American. He's like,
yeah, yeah.
oh man, I would have thought you were my long lost sister, my Naja sister. And I'm like, no,
Nice.
no, no, no. I've had some fun like Uber rides.
Yeah.
Our drivers, the communication is just funny. He's like, oh man, I never had an Uber person like this, passengers like this. You guys are always on the phone. I'm just like, no, 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 not
Yeah.
okay.
Exactly. So yeah, my best times lately have been doing my Ubers, meeting people for sure. Especially when they're drunk too. They're a little bit funnier when they're drunk.
Oh
So, yeah.
man, isn't it
My
like
best.
an extra cost if they throw up?
I mean, so far so good. I haven't had any throw up, but yeah, it is. It's like a whole like $200 cleaning cost if they do. So yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, that ruins your night. That's it. It's done. If they throw up, you have to stop. That thing stink. So yeah.
Oh my God. Shout out to the Uber drivers, Uber and Lyft.
Yo, that's another thing too. Coming home, Uber runs the world now. Uber really gets
Yes.
put in everything. And the thing is, I was doing Uber prior to my move. So I was with Uber when they first commenced in our New Jersey, New York area. And to see them evolve to what they become now, kudos to them, man. Kudos to them. They provide a service like no other, whether it be from food to rides. Like they really have stepped in there and really taken over. And me being a driver also, for the most part, you make good money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You make good money. They do take care of you. They have the deal right now where when you do Uber, if you don't have a vehicle, which I don't because I'm in between, you rent Uber. It's in Avis. And for the most part, it's a seamless rental. The price is really good. You make that price back already with doing like a weekend's worth of Uber. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
they've really come in here and changed the game of transportation. They definitely have changed the game of transportation for sure. And delivery, right? And delivery. Grubhub and all them trying to keep up with Uber.
I don't even know anybody that uses Grubhub anymore.
It's there. I low key, I think they're somewhat partnering with them. I mean, when it comes to like Grubhub and Postmates, I don't think they're gonna have any other choice. They're either gonna have to assimilate and deal with Uber themselves, or yeah, they're never, they're not gonna make it because Uber runs everything. Everything delivery, Uber runs it. So yeah.
Yeah, I use Uber. Yeah, I use Uber. Uber is my transportation, but if I
Yeah.
need to drive and I need to like pick up stuff, I use Zipcar.
Okay, I do that too. Well, Zipcar I used to do when it first came out. Have you looked into Toro?
I had, but they freaking like rejected me and told me my license was bad. I was like, no, the hell it ain't. What the hell wrong with
That's
y'all?
weird. Yeah, no, that's weird. I've never had an issue with Turo, and I like Turo so much better. Zipcar to me, looking into it when I came home to see what I could do for extra income, it's become a bit more pricey. The locations have become a bit more scarce, and their customer service is horrible. I don't know if you had to ever deal with their customer service, but their customer service is horrible.
I haven't had any problem. No,
Yeah, but
I
Turo, yeah, I
like
like Turo.
I don't know. I like because I don't have to pay for gas and the tolls. Like it's
Oh, they still do
in
that. Okay.
cost.
Okay. I didn't know they still do that. Okay.
Yes, girl. Because if they didn't, I would have been like, take my
Yeah.
plan off.
Yep, definitely.
But yeah, Toro, they rejected me, and I'm just like, my license is good. What the hell wrong with y'all?
Yeah, that's weird. That's really, really weird
I'm
because if
like, let
anything,
me fax over to Florida and see my license. And they was
they
like,
should be
no,
the
your license
less
is
they should
fine.
be the less scrutinous because you're dealing with somebody's personal vehicle as opposed to a whole big corporation like Hertz and Avis. So I'm surprised that you got flagged that way. They're usually a lot more lenient.
Child, I don't know what's going on with these folks.
So going back full circle to the whole internet, look at how they run. We can't do any sort of, now they run all the transportation, everything's an app and rental here and oof, everything's on the phone, girl. Just everything's on the phone.
Everything on the phone, email. I like email because I need to have a tracking just in case you
Of
try to
course,
take your words,
of
okay?
course, of course,
Shoot.
of course.
Craziness. We're gonna get right into our next little eavesdropper. She was
Let's
very
do it.
surprised that I was like, "Hi, would you like to participate?" She's like, "What? And what? What's taking so long? Why is it flowing like this?" All right, let me share the screen. Sound. All right. All right. Hey, girl.
Hi.
All right. What is your preferred method when you're talking to people?
I prefer text messages when it's just me and my girls. But when it's me and my guy, I do prefer to talk on the phone. And I do try to keep a more older method, even though text messages is not, older, but I try to stay away from social media, and that's pretty much have been my goal for this year, less social media communication.
Yes, you don't get the true tonality or the whole person when it's texting.
Especially when I'm out with my friends or I'm out with anyone, phones are down. So it's just more face to face.
High five.
Yeah.
I got a little method. I'll say it afterwards. Okay.
Okay.
Second person's question. Do you feel like your method when you're texting is stripping you from vulnerability as a woman?
Yes, it's true, because you can't relate everything on text messages, or certain messages do not come off correctly. So that's when you have to pick up the phone, because you have to articulate, and your emotions and stuff have to come out correctly. Opposed to text messages, it can send the wrong message.
Okay. Right.
Yep, 1,000%. Is she in our age group by any chance? Because I just noticed that the 30s and 40s, we get that because we were blessed to kind of be in the world prior to all this technology. So a lot of us know how to evenly keel both. I feel like it's the newer generation that's definitely, they have no other choice. They know nothing but phones and technology, But I feel like when you ask us old heads, we do have a good, nice blend and control of both, right? We control the instrument doesn't control us, right? So
yeah, she was in her 30s.
Yeah, you see, yeah. That's why I feel like a lot of us still have a grasp of that. Don't get me wrong. There's days I don't feel like talking to you. There's days I feel like just texting and getting it over with. And then with the text message, you can kind of ignore it. Once you do start a voice clip, you kind of go back and forth and have to continue that conversation. But like I said, I try my best that when I do this voice clip, get it out there one time, let it all out right there, and that's it. Sometimes I'll tell them no need to answer because I'm not going to listen. I've already told you how I felt, and that's that.
I just stay out the way, child. I just stay out the way. I just stay out the way. Family, I'll deal with y'all when it's time to deal with y'all, cause.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are just wild cards, and
Mhm.
but I'm glad she said she's gonna dial back on social media. I don't even have my notifications on for social media. Those are all turned off. The
I
only
turn all my
notification,
notifications off. They drive me nuts.
yeah, the only ones I get is email, phone, text from certain people because I turned off certain messages from some people. You are.
Mhm. No, you're right. You have to. You have to because the moment you open it up and entertain them, forget about it. You can't get rid of them.
I don't even want to see the notifications. Like I'll see it when I open up the actual box. Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Okay, you
Yep.
access me. I'm not really a big FaceTime type of girl. Are
Neither
you?
do I. Not really, no. When it's mandatory for things like this, like I'm used to it now because I'm always on Zoom to teach. But as in terms of having like one-on-one conversations for what? Like first of all, when I have my phone, I can't be this way. I can't do this. I'm always doing something. So you might as well just be in my pocket and Bluetooth headphones, and you're coming on the journey with me. But to do this, I can't do that for long. I can't.
I was
I
in
can't.
freaking Michael's yesterday
I love my girls.
buying, yeah, and the lady's like, but she just, I'm like, excuse me, like, can you move your arm? She's FaceTiming and like shopping. I'm like, girl, like you in the way. In
And
the,
that, and
in the
I keep making a joke, and that's why we even can't do anything like even wrong, because everybody's getting caught, because either you end up on somebody's background, their FaceTime, or you passing by somebody with a Ring camera. Like you don't even have any sort of privacy anymore, even if you're not doing nothing. You're to come up on somebody's video some way, somehow nowadays. Whether they're making a TikTok in the middle of the street, or like you said, FaceTiming at a Michael's. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just cameras are everywhere now, whether you like it or not.
have her freaking headset on, so you know the conversation.
It was loud.
She was loud, and me and like this couple, I guess they look like they were like in the flower section, and I'm over here buying
Yeah.
crates and glass and vases and stuff, and we just looking at each other like, I'm like, don't look at me, like I'm a be the rescue. Yeah, like she just, I don't even know what she's saying because she's speaking in Spanish and she
Oh, it's
loud.
loud and fast. Yeah, I know my thing is, I know my thing is Hispanic. It's loud and it's fast. I get it. I get it.
And
But
she
that's the
just
thing. We live in a
laughing.
world that people don't even care about their own personal privacy. You know, some of the stories I hear on the bus just the other day. We're coming home, and she was African American, but she was a loud type. So she's on the phone, like telling the whole bit. Well, if F and this and F and that, and Bobby don't come through, and F F F F F. I'm like, you see, this is why white people talk about us. Like, you sound ignorant as hell. You sound ghetto as F. Like, come on, tone it down. And the thing is, we're riding on the Port Authority buses. We got people of caliber coming home from work with their business suits, and you effing around in the bus, F F F F, loud as shit in the bus. Like, even me being a fellow Black person was like, yo, shorty, you sound disgusting, honestly.
I was just like, girl, put the phone
People don't care.
down.
People
Like,
really don't care.
move
They don't
out
care
the
about listening to their
way.
business. They don't care about you listening to their business. They don't care about nothing no more. They don't care about anything anymore. Anything. Like anything.
I
That's the
don't
way
know.
it
And
is.
at the restaurants, I told her my little trick. I told her, when I meet with a group of friends, I make everybody put their phone in the middle of the table and phones are face down. Whoever touches their phone first, you are paying for everyone's bill.
Oh, yes. No phone will be worth no $200. So yes.
Yeah, and depending how hungry or thirsty I am, bougie Betty
Drinks on
going
you.
right.
Drinks on you.
She
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, I like that. I like that idea." I'm like, "Yeah, you better let them know ahead of time because ain't no, oh, I'm gonna cash app you later. No, you're paying for the bill now because
Mhm.
you touched your phone. You wasted everyone's time when we could have been on our phone, but you messed it up for everyone."
And
So
what's
she's
crazy
like,
is that that's a beautiful test too, because let's see let's see everybody does that, right? Let's see how many people actually cancel and not show up, because that goes to show you that they can't disconnect from their phone. Because some of the
"Oh, they
there
don't
has to
even
be
care about you."
there's one in that group that must be like, ill, these rules, nobody can tell me what I have to do. But that's the thing, it has nothing to do with somebody trying to impose rule on you. It has to do is we want you present. We're
And
trying to
be
get you.
vulnerable.
Yes, we
Yeah.
want you present. So anybody who resists that just lets you know how deep they are into their addiction of being on their phone.
I would feel like disrespected if you didn't even
That's
care.
not, yeah.
Like, I mean, you are fine with just being on your phone for however many long, and we are having an intimate conversation for 2 hours. And you can't put your phone down for 2 hours
For
of
real.
us engaging in conversation uninterrupted. I would feel
And you
disrespected.
call me your friend? Yeah, no, that makes no sense.
Mm-mm.
I might as well text you everything I'm saying on the thing, because that's the only way you respond, for real.
Girl, you're not even gonna get all that energy out of me. I'ma just we not compatible no more. I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna say that no more because I don't even owe anyone an explanation. If I've
Mhm.
already had a sit down talk with you on what I want out of a friendship or what a friendship means to me, I mean you should be honored because I don't let any and everybody in my circle, and let alone me giving you the title friend. Like I don't call any and everybody friend.
But
Crazy.
that's the thing. It's just there's no true friendships being made anymore. Everything's a negotiation and a networking to see what beneficial thing that friend can bring. Right? Because and the
Yeah.
reason I say that is that especially with the younger generation, I never see them with the same person twice. It's
Oh,
always a
someone
different
said that to
yeah.
me.
You
They're
never
like,
see them
I'm
with the
surprised. She back again? And I'm like, excuse me? What do you mean she
yeah,
back again? This is
yeah,
my friend. Like, what do you mean?
yeah,
Oh, I thought you guys were just, I'm just like, no, then that's a professional friendship.
yeah.
I've definitely categorized. Professional friendship is someone that I work with. The baseline of our friendship is business,
Mhm.
but you have a little bit more of a humanistic side of me, a little bit more than a business atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely.
But if I have that word professional for yeah, that means yeah, no, the baseline is always going to be business. Like this is more of a transactional than a personal type of transaction.
And this is why it's misconstrued because nowadays when you meet a stranger, hey, what's your IG? Now you're friends on IG.
Oh
It
no,
takes
I
away
told him
the
you good.
definition of what a friend is. It takes away from the definition of what a true friend is. A friend is not a person you put on your social platforms for a like. Can you call this friend at 2 o'clock in the morning and tell
No,
them some stuff? No, this is not
I
your
need
friend.
you to help me move. How about you do
Exactly.
that?
Exactly. Let's see how many IGers come to your rescue when you ask them to move. So that's what
Girl,
it is.
bye.
These are the young bucks, their friends or whoever are on their social media platforms. Anybody that's on my Facebook, I grew up with you. I went to high school with you. I did something with you that categorizes you as a friend. Other than that, I don't just accept anybody. And if I do, then if by random chance that I do, I guarantee you I probably never speak to you on the thing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't allow anybody in. I don't like people in the little bit of business I put out there. I don't like you in my business if I don't really know you. I
I
really,
ran
really
into
don't.
somebody on the train. They're like, Miss Reed? And I'm like, who the hell is this? I turn
Mhm.
around, they're like, you don't remember me from high school? And I'm like, who? You don't, you know our fathers know each other? I'm like, oh, and I'm just like,
That's my
okay.
daddy. That's not me. That's my
And they're
daddy.
like, how about we keep up? And I'm like, no, no thanks. I like how things are now. Like,
Yeah, like
I don't know you. Like, I'm a totally, you know how many years ago that I graduated high school? I'm not even the same person. I don't even look the same. I had hair. Like, I'm a total different person. Like, no, I don't know you.
Yeah,
This
and
was
that's
a
crazy that people would assume that they are who you were in high school. If I'm still stuck, then there's something wrong. You shouldn't want to be around me if I'm still stuck being the same person I was in high school. Like, and it's just like that doesn't, and that also shouldn't establish a friendship because our parents made a decision of where to live and we ended up in the same high school. That don't mean we're compatible in anything. Because if we weren't friends like that in high school, why would you think we would be any different as adults? I don't know. Some people are
we
just,
weren't even friends. We was just like in the same circle. So I wouldn't
yeah,
even
yeah,
call it
yeah.
friends. It was just like acquaintances. Like we're familiar with each other, but like that doesn't give you the right like, hey, we could pick things back up. Like, yeah, no, that's not how this works. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I don't just go out just to be going out. Like I'm busy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, and they were like very shocked. I'm just like, no, you can't have my number. We're not.
That's how, yeah, but that's what technology's made them think that it's if you could become my friend on we're friends. That's it, we're friends. We don't
No.
have to talk, but we're friends. It makes no sense. A friend that you
Yeah.
don't speak to, that makes no sense.
Yeah, no. I politely said no, no thanks. I like how things are now.
Which is
I
why I don't
don't
even
yeah, I don't know you, you don't know me, and I'm not having you take up space. Have a nice day and take care.
and you
And
call
I
my
walk.
full name like if you've been watching me or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's really, really strange. Like
That's why I turned around like,
you said my whole government, like you FBI or something. Like
who the hell is this? But
my
yeah,
daddy knows your daddy. Like, what do you have pictures of? Like, not to, not
let's
to
see
insult
I do
this person,
anything.
but it's just like the world we live in today. That's how these weird things happen. Like, next thing you know, there's a Miss Reed shrine down there in the basement, and she thinks you all are best friends because your daddies know each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, yeah, it's weird. That's a little.
I'll
Don't
be
mean to
trying to
shit
go
on her. She's doing
I'll be trying
fantastic
to go
person.
incognito. I be
Yeah.
having like a scully on. I
Yep.
be looking kind of crazy, and some of the train conductors be like, we see you. Like, who are you hiding from?" And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
like, child, I don't feel like being bothered. Like they're like, you some days you just be like glammed up, and today you're just like covered up. And I'm just like, I don't want to see anybody. Like I'm back in New Jersey. I'm from New Jersey. I don't know. Yeah, I just be running into people and they just like feel like you could just walk into some of my life like it's just okay. And
Mhm,
no, like we
mhm.
weren't even friends in the first place. And if we were, like, you haven't talked to me in over a decade. What makes you think like we know each other?
Yep.
Or what
Exactly.
makes you think I'm still into the same thing I was before? Like,
In high
no.
school. Like in high school. Exactly. But like I said, it's technology. It's giving people too much comfort in thinking they can overstep their boundaries by assimilating themselves in your life. Even
Mm.
being my Facebook friend, it still doesn't give you the right to ask certain questions, move a certain way. Like it don't make no difference. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, people get way too comfortable and assume they know you, number one, when we know half the stuff people put out on the internet is fake. They assume they
That's a
know you.
billboard.
It literally is. And it's the fakest billboard I've ever seen. The shit
Yeah.
on some platforms are just so like outrageous and so unnecessary too. Like really so unnecessary. Like once again, going back to these millions of families that are around there, like I don't know. I just feel like being from the teachers, it's more of a teacher standpoint. It's not me hating. It's more of a teacher standpoint where I'm seeing the damage that's being done. It
Hmm.
doesn't look like damage because it's packaged in this beautiful vacation and this beautiful home and this beautiful thing. But as in terms of the educational aspect, of the development aspect, you're not setting them up for this future. These rainbows ain't gonna last forever. These children need to have the yin and the yang, the equal balance of when it rains, it pours, and after the rain comes that rainbow. They need to have that both even keel. And right now, a lot of these online families are not setting their kids up for that. Like for instance, my kids, like some of the kids I care for, of course, they follow all these families and they watch, you know how the kids watch the kids. Like it
Yeah.
makes no sense. These kids
I
don't go
don't
outside and play anymore.
understand
The
that
kids
at
watch the
all.
kids. And it's just like I'll have to tell some of my kids, when this camera goes off, it's not all these peaches and creams that you've been seeing in this
No.
video. You know, a lot of them, and I'll even make a joke. I say, look how messy your room is, and look how clean their room is. But then again, keep in mind, a majority of the time they have a maid or a housekeeper. It's not necessarily even the kids cleaning their own, you know, things like that. But I want the kids I care for when they're watching these things. I'm the Debbie Downer. I come in, I'm like, they're fake. They don't live this, you know, I'm the Debbie Downer because they need to be woke in that sense because they're
Yeah.
so mesmerized. I have kids that watch certain shows and they idolize these kids. And it's like, this kid's not doing anything special. They're literally playing with the same toys you got right here. And they're not even outside. Like you know, they bragged about in one episode, they got a brand new bike. Have you seen them ride it yet? Have they been outside to ride this brand new bike they got? You know, and then other times I'm like, get off that phone and go outside because I can't. Just get out, go outside, breathe, get that
I
fresh
know,
air.
I know on my YouTube, my personal one, someone asked me to make a video of what I eat in a
Okay.
week. And I'm just like, no, like, what y'all wanna watch? Y'all wanna watch me eat what I like? I just think that's weird. Like,
It is weird. It
no,
is weird.
I wanna watch you. Yeah, like, for what? Like, no, for what? What is
And not
that
even
going
that
to
because
do for the person that's like trying to get to know me? Like, it's already out there. Like, what is the mystery behind, or what is the intimacy when I actually meet a really good friend and all this
mhm.
information out there, or my husband or something like that? Like, all the information out there. Like, I don't know. I just don't feel like the world needs to know every little thing.
Let me tell you a perfect example. Exactly, it hit the nail on the head. I was in Tubity, whatever, and you know, I stumbled upon this movie that ended up being really interesting. This one man, it was like one of those French movies. He had the power to see the future in relationships only, right? So he would kiss these females and right away know that the relationship wouldn't go anywhere. So mind you, he's meeting these females for the first time. They're sprung. He gets with them. They're thinking he's a catch. He breaks up with them immediately because he sees the future that it doesn't go anywhere. It
Mm-hmm.
turns out not by accident. He got drunk one day. He ended up kissing his best friend's girlfriend. Saw his future, 2 kids, married, living their best life. He's like, oh shit, here she is, but it's my best friend's girl, right? Long story short, Somehow he breaks them up in a way, they get together. Now this is where he hit the nail on the head of what you just said. Because he already knew what was gonna happen, he kind of pre-programmed everything in his mind. Meaning when they were supposed to do certain events, like for instance, she planned his birthday party. Since he already had seen that, he came home, he wasn't surprised. He sensed that, right? Another thing was she wanted to go on vacation to I forgot where, right? He already saw what their vacation was going to be like. So she was like, dang, bro, like you don't let it happen. You don't let the excitement happen. You spoil
Right.
it by knowing it. Long story short, he sat there. He went on he was in between with the new girl, his future wife. He ended up getting with another one. When he kissed her, he saw nothing. He said, okay, if I saw nothing with you, it means that's it. The magic I have is gone because I'm meant to be with the other one. The moral of that movie was you're not supposed to pre-plan. You're not supposed to see these things. Like you just said, how is there going to be intimacy if you already know what to expect, right? So what it was is that he ended up choosing a girl he saw nothing with so he could actually build something. You can't build on top of something that was already built and pre-programmed. He had to build something from scratch with this girl he saw nothing with in the movie. You know, it was so great to see. And it was just like, and it was so hard because it was like, dang, he has to give up the person that he knew. They had these beautiful twins in the future. Everything was good, but he couldn't get it out of his mind that it was already pre-planned for him. So he didn't enjoy the events that took place because he already knew they were going to happen. And then the woman would sense that because there was no joy coming from his end, right? Until he met the girl where he experienced nothing. So like you just said, it's like, what are we going to get? How am I going to get intimate with this person if they already know what my favorite food is? If they already know, you know, what my diet is and what I do every day? How are we going to make these experiences and these adventures if he's just already going to know ahead of time what to expect, right? So like you just said, why are you going to follow me and what I eat? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that going to do for you? How are you going to get to know the real me if you already know what I like? Like, I just feel like you're just kind of pre-programming that so it satisfies me. But what also satisfies me is the unknown, right? The experiences and the things that we build together, you know? So that, yeah, that movie was really, really good in that sense, where it kind of taught that lesson. And at the end, the girl ended up getting back with her ex because, you know, it just worked out that way. But yeah. It definitely hit the nail on the head. Don't get me wrong. They probably wanted to follow what you ate because they, you know, they just weight wise, maybe they wanted to get to your figure. But once again, that's still not cool because you don't know. We all have different ways of eating. We all have different things of digestion. Just because you see me eat this doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You know, and people need to stop relying on other people to tell them how to live their life in a sense. Like, really?
Oh,
So what are they about to
God.
do?
Yes.
What are they about to do? Literally follow your food regimen down to a T, and then what? What's next?
Because my
When does
main
it stop?
Yeah, that's why I was just like, I'm not doing this. The main video where it went like it was unexpectedly high was when I showed what products I use to keep like my skin even for my bald head. Like the
Yeah,
bald
yeah.
head skincare. So I have like over 1,000 comments under that video. And they just asked me like, okay, but this is not working, so what should I do? And I'm just like, I'm not a dermatologist. I say this in the
Yeah,
video.
for real.
I say this in a video like multiple times. I tell you guys that I go to a derm. I used to go because she already resolved my issue, but I spent money on
Mhm.
seeing a dermatologist, specifically a black woman who specializes in hyperpigmentation. And I knew that I needed to spend this type of money for a certain period of time because I can't hide. I have no hair. I knew I did not want to have hair for a long time. This is not just because I have a health issue, you know, because a lot of the women that come to that video, they watch it and say they have alopecia or they had to shave their hair because it's damaged. I do not have those issues. So they feel like I'm like the bald head ambassador. And I'm just like, no, I'm just a woman who do not like societal norms. I cut my hair off. I know I cannot hide. I need my face to be clear. So I invested in a dermatologist. So yeah, people will like leave comments and just ask questions. And I'm just like, I don't know. This is the ingredient, the active ingredient that the dermatologist told me that my face is compatible with. And since I saw the difference from before I dealt with her and after, I stuck with those ingredients.
Mhm.
And what will work for my face is not gonna work for your face because you probably have a combination face while I have very oily face. I've also gone, yeah, like it's just a whole bunch of underlying stuff, and I'll like text it, and people would just be like, still asking questions, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, yeah, look, I don't know. I'm not a skincare expert. I'm not a facial, like, I'm not none of that. These are the ingredients that work best for me based off of my consultations and my appointments, my chemical pills with a dermatologist. You need to go seek out. If you guys want me to make a video on what questions to ask, I'll do that. But nobody inquired about that. But everybody just
Yeah.
feels like, oh, your face looks like this. And I'm just like, no, this is years of the at-home care. It's not just about the appointments. You also need to have like the products in your home. You
Mhm.
you can't just skip it. Like I didn't just say, okay, I'm gonna try these at home and just try to save money. Like, no, you sometimes need to invest in your money if you want the better results. The free is just to get you started, to get your feet wet. You need to live life and scar up. Like YouTube is just a easy scapegoat for people, but yeah, it's just crazy. I was just like, girl, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like you said, it's the quick and easy, it's a scapegoat. Don't get me wrong. Some out there, they do help when they're more,
Absolutely.
in detail saying, hey, this is what I have. And if you could relate to it, if the person breaks it down, this is my skin tone and this is what happens, and it relates to you, then that's understandable. But like you said, a lot of them just want that quick fix. And at the end of the day, the only one that could really fix your real ailments is a freaking doctor. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But a lot
somebody's
of
like,
these
I'm
people,
using a razor, and I'm like, I don't use razors. Like, I don't use what I shave my legs with. I don't
yeah.
use that on my head. Like, I have sensitive skin.
Mhm.
So why
Mhm.
would I use that? And she's just like, oh, well, what do you think I should do? And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't use it. So why are you still asking me?
And they will. They just want that quick answer. They want that quick, just that quick relief of anything. And the thing is, people will glue themselves to whatever the next trend person says on YouTube. Like I'll see different people doing the same videos of what the products they use in their hair. And when it comes to our black hair, I got 4C. My 4C is like a sponge. I haven't found nobody yet that got 4C like mine. My thing, like, I mean, I've seen a couple. My thing is where you can get that thing wet and it'll dry in 2.5 seconds. Now,
So it
even though
absorbs.
my thing can get strong and my thing has shrink, though, I will tell you that I could put my hair through braids, all types of stuff. There will be growth. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I've never found somebody with my exact 4C type hair. I've seen 4C online where it gives that beautiful, nice African dandara bush. I don't got the African dandara bush. My shit look like a lion. I look like a freaking lion. And not a pretty one either. Like I'm some like no. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do the braids, because like yourself, I just don't have the patience anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the patience anymore. But what benefits me is that I've always had good, strong textured hair, so it does give me beautiful growth when I do the preventive styles. My hair does not like weave though. You put any sort of weave, if you hide my hair under stuff, all my edges gone. All my edges are gone.
Yeah,
I just do straight braids. My hair just loves straight braids. That's it. Any sort of weaves, wigs, anything where my hair and my scalp can't breathe, all my hair will fall out.
yeah, it's just crazy. It just goes to show you how much garbage you have to like filter in through. That's what I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Some of these content creators really just take the bag of a sponsor and just be
Yep.
feeding garbage. And
Exactly.
then the other half are just people who just want to get themselves out there or a business. I don't know, but it's just a lot of like garbage you just have to just filter through. You don't know who's who. And the crazy thing is the very wealthy people, I haven't seen much people who are true to themselves that haven't like sold you anything or caught in like any type of scandal. But if I'm doing something like this where we're not talking about any type of gossip, like it's a slow burn. I'm
Yeah.
thankful for my little subscribers. It's only been out for like 2.5 months and people are
Yeah.
actually watching, but it's a slow burn. But let me talk about something that's trendy or what everyone else is talking about.
Oh, we're a
It's
million plus. We're a million plus. Definitely, we're a million plus.
yes.
There's this
Yes.
one fitness gym girl, whatever, right? And she broke it down because she was sick, said something similar. She was tired of people asking her, the regimen she does for her booty and all this stuff. She actually put herself on blast did the workout and showed you of how when they stop the camera, she puts in the butt pads and then goes back to retaping. Because it's the before and after. She could see the plump after she works out. There's no plump, it's a pad. And people eating it up like it's, oh. People don't want to be like themselves anymore. Well, the few of us that still are true to ourselves, but everybody want to look like somebody else. Everybody want to eat like somebody else. Everybody want to be bald like somebody else. Like nobody wants to be true to themselves anymore. Just because you look beautiful bald, shorty, that don't mean you're gonna look fly bald too. You might have a little funny head in the back. Like it's just, if you want to be bald because you've always wanted to, because you want, not because you saw it on YouTube. And that's what it is. These people see things on YouTube and they assume it will fit into their lifestyle, or they'll assume that it'll look good on them. And it's just like, it won't. The majority of the time it won't. And if it does, it's because it took, I don't know how many filters and how many pounds of makeup to do so.
When people see me, they're like, you look the same. And I'm just like, I hope so. What do you mean by that? And they're just like, we meet so many females who, man, put so many filters or manipulate their waist. They're just like, you look exactly the same like your profile, even down to the color, because some females kind of lighten
Yes,
their skin.
darken it. Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I invest too much money in my skincare. I don't know about them, but my skincare costs, it's a nice amount. I'm not what am I doing all this for?
But my
What
thing is, for the real filtered fake ones, do you not ever go outside then? My thing is, don't you eventually have to go outside and be in the real world? Like, are they not going outside? That they're literally living behind these filters? Because I would be so embarrassed to go outside and definitely not totally look the opposite of what these, what the filter made me look like. So are they not going outside? Is that what it is? Are they all making their
Oh
money
no,
from?
they go outside, but they just feel like because you're looking at my picture and we're here, like you can just excuse that.
Okay. I don't know.
You can just excuse that. I know I've been in a couple of the meetings where I've spoken on the behalf of the people who are thinking it, but I'm just like, girl, like you're lying. And
Yeah,
and
for
she's
real.
just like, what do you mean? I'm just like, sweetheart, like your figure is not even what you pose as. Like, I don't want you in this photo shoot. Like, you lie. Like, your skin tone is not even what it is. Your weight, your body is not what it is. Like the clothes that I pull, like, no, we're not shooting you. Like, no, you
Yeah,
lied. But
yeah.
we're here, so let's just no. That doesn't matter. I can go find someone else in an hour, and I'm gonna
Mhm,
pay for her Uber now. So you
mhm.
can leave, and I'll tell your agent. But yeah, they just feel like, oh, we're here, or it's fine. It's just a little bit. They're a little bit delusional. I'll say the ones that I've come across. But yeah, I don't know. Some people just excuse it. I'm gonna say more of the men, but women I can't
Yeah,
speak because I'm not passive aggressive, and I do not like being around people who are passive aggressive. I will bluntly stand at the door like you're not walking through. Like this is not who you say you are. But yeah, they outside. They just feel like, oh, we're here. I mean, I just look a little bit different. What's
a
what's the
little bit.
problem?
This one girl got called. I was, scrolling through just the other day. Another one that shows, how the new thing now of making yourself uglier, so that way you look 10 times better when you.
Yeah.
The one, it's mostly I've seen it in like the Haitian African women. They've been doing videos now where they darken their eyes a little bit more, so
Child,
that way they put
I
on the
let
makeup.
Bree do whatever on social media. She just report back to me every. I don't know, girl. I'm not perusing on
Yeah,
social
no, it's bad. It's bad. So this one girl, she had pimples on her face and she was showing you how she cleared that up. Girl, why when she went to go to this side, you saw the filter of the pimple, like the pip of the pimples. Every comment was like, shorty, nice try, nice try. Even your acne's fake, like da da da. She literally had like the pimples came out on her wrist. You get what I'm saying? Like when she went to go pass over her hand. Like they even down to the pre-phony, they're pre-game the phony of the phony, if that makes any sense.
Oh,
Yeah, she had filtered pimples. Like, shorty, you starting off with a clear skin, but just for likes, you're giving yourself fake.
Yeah, because I know somebody
How old
said
is it?
this, a male said this. He was like, I haven't seen an acne, a scar on anyone in like 5 years since Instagram has become. I'm like, that's a good freaking point. I haven't either because that daggone Facetune, that is every woman's kryptonite.
Yep.
Facetune. I don't even know the other ones because they keep updating,
Yeah,
but
no, there's so many of them. So many of them. There's an app for everything now. Everything.
girl, I'm not going. I'm not going through.
Everything.
I don't even think. I think the last post that I have on my personal page was like a year ago. Let me see. I think I responded to someone. They're like, "You're back on Instagram," and I'm like, "No, like,
Not for
don't get too
long.
happy.
Not for long.
Don't get too happy." Yeah, the last post was November 3rd, 2021, and it was for a publication for a magazine. Yeah, no, I don't give a rat's ass about this. Like, I don't care
Yeah.
about anyone's validation. If you
Yeah.
know me, you will call me, you will text me, we will meet up. You know I will do what I gotta do, switch my schedule around and meet up. Um, yeah, I don't care about that. I'm only on here now because I know down the line, later down the year. I'm gonna be promoting the book, and I need to
Yep.
start building the momentum now. But child, I don't. Girl, bye.
Neither do I. I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
Girl, bye. I'm gonna be passing out my cute little flyers for this show during the Essence Fest. I know that.
Yay! All
Yes.
the way New Orleans.
Yes, because I was like, oh, look at our little subscribe. We got some subscribers, some watchers. And
Mhm.
then Facebook has been picking it up a little bit. I don't know. Instagram and Facebook do not like me. They have banned me a couple of times for a couple of days. I thought I was on their shadow ban list because they haven't
What
been.
did you do?
I posted a picture of like it was like a fashion picture, and they told me that I was violating community guidelines.
That makes no sense with half the naked shit that I see on the internet all
That's
the
what I
time.
said. I
Like,
disputed
it makes
it,
no
and then I
sense.
took a snapshot of a sex worker page, and I'm like, well, she's selling cat, and she has her cash app, like,
Yeah.
and I'm over here showing the freaking runway picture. Like, how am I violating guidelines? Like, she is clearly. I'm like,
Doing
you know,
business online. Clearly.
word. So I was
Yep.
just like, let me just cool off, and I was just like, yeah, I'm really just going to not do Instagram like that. Child about me, and they told me I was violating. Every time I sign out, I have to authenticate myself with Google Authenticator, that third app.
Jeez.
Yeah,
They
they
act like you
really
sell they act like you selling secrets to another country or something.
girl
Like,
bye. So yeah, I was just like, what the heck? I told my technology mentor, I was like, hey, can you tap into your see what's going
override
on?
all this.
Can you see
Override all
what's
of
going
this.
on? They banned me. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, I took a snapshot of like the window. It told me that I cannot log in for the next 48 hours. I sent it to him and I was like, Tim, like, work on this.
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't do anything. But yeah, I
They
thought
fun. Yeah,
they didn't
they
like me.
funny.
Yeah,
They
they funny,
funny.
but some people
They
been
they ban the average person, but when it comes to things like that, I guess they must have some sort of business with these, the chicks that want to sell their kitty cats and all that stuff because they're allowed to publish and post whatever. But then if you post, like for instance, I got banned for a couple of days because I called out a dude that ran me for some money in Belize, and I called him every choice word in the book. My personal platform, I'm sharing information for this man not to be hired, and like, oh, well, you use some choice words and people. So I'm allowed to so a thief should just be able to run free, but if I speak about my personal experience on my platform page, that makes no sense. That makes no sense.
craziness. But there's been some interactions on Facebook. So I was like, okay, so I can start posting. Okay, so they pushing me through Facebook.
Good,
Let me
good.
okay. I was like, all right, cool. So yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna start advertising and maybe passing out some cute little flyers at New Orleans.
Yay.
So it's gonna be cute. But yeah, I'm very surprised people are watching. They like it. I'm like, man, we got over 100 watched
I think
out.
it's because of the honesty. We're talking. We're
Yes, but I
saying
was also
we're not
I was
pushing no agenda. We're just
no.
talking.
I
you
was
know?
also just nervous because people attention span is so short.
Yes.
And you notice it's like an hour.
Yes.
I was like, let me try an hour and a half. Let me see what people are going to do. And I know I said I was going to break it up, which I did, but people are watching like the full hour and a half. And now I also have like just the audio on the podcast as well. So people
Okay.
are going to listen to it. But yeah, but people are listening. I was just like, okay, so yeah, I like this.
That is the beneficial side of, the technology and the social platforms. I mean, I think
Yes,
it makes you feel better when it, like you said, when it's a valid point to get across. You're not just pushing an agenda or pushing stuff down people's throat. You're just chatting and finding people that can relate to that sort of, topic and chat. And I think the real recognize real, basically, right? Any of your
right.
followers right now watching this is because they can relate and they're real. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that want that fake shit can just swipe left if they want to.
Ciao. What are we going to do?
I don't know, bro. It's more of a sit back and watch, because it could go both ways. Look how much we've done. I've only been gone 5 years, and look how much has happened in the 5 years I've gone. So imagine 5 years from now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a sit back and watch, and just, I mean, at least for myself, not conform. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to become a robot. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely won't let it, take me. you know, But yes, I do use it. I'm not being a hypocrite. I use it. It helps me with a lot of things. But once again, I use it. It doesn't use me. So we continue
Yes, that
sticking
is
to
a
that.
perfect
Yeah.
analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I started sticking to that.
yeah, I definitely want to make sure it's not going to make me be lazy
Exactly.
or just kind of just dumb myself down.
Exactly.
But craziness. What did you learn today?
I learned that there's only a few of us left that have some sort of common sense. No, I mean, I'm not saying anything that our generation is not complaining about. I think, our parents had their complaints, right, of us throwing obesity, bitch about certain things. This is our generation's complaint. A lot of robots out there, a lot of fakeness out there. Fake is the new real. So that's all our main complaints. So I think we just have to, continue sticking to our guns and, appreciating the generation we grew up in and the values we grew up with and the work ethic we grew up with. I tell my kids right now, I'm like, do you guys understand that when we were looking for jobs back in the day, we didn't have online. We didn't have a
You had to go in the building.
every single line you had to fill out with a pen. Now I can upload my resume, have it sit there when I'm ready to send it 2-3
Or
seconds.
slide in somebody's DM or
Exactly.
LinkedIn profile.
Back in the day, you had to wait for the person to get home to call them on the phone. Like, I appreciate having that instilled in me at such a young age. That makes me, the gangsters we are now, because
Right.
we would be just like them if we didn't have that taste prior to all this technology. And I know that attributes to us being as grounded as we are in our generation and continue to work. Fortunately, I have a good amount of friends where their children that are growing up in this generation, I'm seeing them grow up with what I mentioned before, having the taste of both worlds. They'll have their cell phones, but they'll get a whooping if they don't clean their room. We still there. You know what I'm saying? We're still there. There's no bouginess in a lot of the way my friends are rearing their children, and I appreciate them for that. Because they're our future, right? We have to be honest with that. These are the ones that are next in line, and right now it's not looking so good. If they're going to continue on this route, as in terms of just accepting the fake as a new form of realness, then we're in for some shit.
A lot, especially in the politics, economy,
That too. Listening to all this
finances.
stuff. There's just one, I have no clue who this man is. I'm playing, she's older, so she likes to have the radio on in the background. And I find myself while I'm on the computer, he just spews all this hatred for hours on the radio. I have no clue who this man is. I don't know. It's probably with an AM station, old school AM station. And it's current. It's nothing pre-recorded, because he'll say the date and it'll be, the today's date.
Mhm.
He'll just spew and spew, and the people that call in, everybody's just so negative, and it's just like, here you are spewing things you don't like about the world, but you're behind a freaking radio. Like, get your ass up then and do something. Because if you have this platform where people are listening to you, be about what you say. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's what it is. We've gotten comfortable with hiding behind these platforms and hiding behind, as they call them, Facebook warriors, and people got a lot to say with their fingers, but you won't meet me at 3 o'clock in the corner, will you? You won't put them hands up if you will you? They'll brag about jumping people and stabbing people, but you don't know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
brag about this, you brag about that, but you don't know how to read. You don't got no money in your bank account. You don't got no plan.
Child.
You don't got no plan for your future. Like,
Do you have
and
life insurance?
we live in a world where that's accepted. Back in the day, it's like, oh, you don't have life insurance. Oh, you're not married to the father of your children. Now it's like, how many baby daddies you got? Now it's normal to have more than one. Like, everything's just so weird. It's like
Girl.
weird. But once again, I feel like we shouldn't be surprised if we pay attention to a lot of our movies. They've been trying to warn us about this shit for a long time.
They have.
Next is these robots. Next, Alexa's gonna kill us in our sleep when we misbehave and don't do what she's like. Next is these AIs. Like, honestly, not being a conspiracy theorist, but I feel like next is these AIs for real.
Yeah, the
Because they
AIs are easing it in.
yeah, they're easing it in. I don't know what the goal is. Like, there's this one that I keep seeing on the news that they're trying to push her to be real. Why? For what? What do we need her for? We need to fix ourselves. We got a whole bunch of real people that need fixing. We don't need to be replaced by robots. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what the old government, I don't know what the world's ultimate plan is, but it's not looking too peachy.
Absolutely not. I've been looking at Bill Gates because I know he's been contributing to some of these little transitions. This I know this is going on YouTube, so I'm not gonna get too deep. Just
Yeah.
Google Bill Gates
You know, you're shut
investments.
down. How dare
Right.
you speak about our God? Like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, some of his investments he's done. It hasn't been just recently. He's been investing for over 5 years. But I'll be
Yeah.
looking at like the billionaires and seeing what type of moves they are investing in. If they, I know they were like trying to leave Earth and get planet.
Yep.
Like, why are you guys all trying to leave Earth? Is there something
They
you
got
need?
money for the ship already. Some of them already bought their little spot in the
Yeah,
ship.
but what do they know that we regular people don't know? So that's why I
That
said
we're about to
I look.
blow up. For real, that we're about to blow up or some shit for real. It's always something.
Right. So
Always
yeah,
something.
I'll be looking at while y'all folks be looking at the internet and looking at all that nonsense, I'll be looking
Mhm.
at what the people who have billionaires, because billionaires can change the world. They have enough
They
money
sure can.
to get us all out of here without
Mhm.
any fingerprint. But
Mhm.
what do I want to cheers to? I want to cheers to just my state now and just not allowing BS in my
Yes.
life and regulating the communication that I want in my life. I definitely had to let this one older woman know. I know she was cool with my mom and her daughter and I used to be friends. I'm gonna put a bold used to
Used
be
to.
friends. Child, her daughter was a mess.
Mm.
Um no, literally.
Oh, okay.
But she just was like, "Oh, so when are you gonna come and visit me?" Because she lives in South Jersey now, and I'm just like, it's not on my list. And she's just like, "Well, why is that?" And I'm just like, "Well, all the times that I have lived out of state, out of New Jersey, which was the past 10 years, and I've found the decency to come and visit you, regardless if I lived in New Jersey, if I had a car." I came and visit you, but I've been living in New Jersey since 2018, and you have yet to not visit me or stop by, say, "Hey, I'm down the street. Hey, let's grab coffee. Hey, I'm gonna stop by at your apartment for 10 minutes." And you've even was down the street helping your son's friend, open up a shop, but you couldn't even come see me. And out of all the times that I was just like, no, it's not on my list. Like,
Yeah.
we're both adults now. Yeah, no, it's not on my list. I'm not breaking my neck to come visit you. I think it's very unfair, and I'm actually heartbroken that you had the decency to tell me that you were down the street from my house, from my apartment, and you couldn't even come and visit me. And you think
Mhm.
I'm gonna come to South Jersey to come visit you just because you're older? No, 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 no.
Yeah.
We're both adults. I have a life. You have a life. Just because you have kids and I don't doesn't mean I don't have stuff going on. But no, I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, no, that it comes to an end like that.
Good for
But
you.
yeah, no, I'm just happy at putting a boundary, just knowing what I want, what works best for me. I feel like I'm just having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Um, I'm really excited about this damn book.
Yeah.
I'm just very excited to release it. Yeah, this social media. I'm glad I hired a social media girl. Bree, go off. Just do
Yeah.
whatever.
Do
Go
you,
off.
Bree? Do too. Yeah.
Um, I'm just having fun. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out in these streets. Let me
Yeah.
tell you. I'm out in these streets. I'm out about 3, 4 times
Yep, good
a
for you.
week. And I'm just randomly just meeting people. But yeah, I think this book, I have a good feeling about this book I talked about earlier. How to Make Friends as an Adult. Yeah, I hope I learned because the reviews were very high. She had like a 4.4.5 stars.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes. So, yeah, we're gonna see what this book will teach me. I'm gonna definitely read through it, and we will. I'm gonna definitely have some more fun. That's what I want to cheers.
If it really works out for you, I mean, we can get her on and chit chat with her a little bit, you know?
Yes.
Right?
Sometimes these folks be too Hollywood because I
They
saw it
do.
was
They
like an
do.
agent. I was like, oh, she got like a third party agent. They might be super strict.
Yeah, true that, true that. But still, it doesn't hurt. You know, you never know.
Right. But yeah, that's what I definitely want to cheers. So, and this show has definitely been
Yes.
very, very fun for me. I randomly just whipped this up. I know my introduction episode, I think is like the total epitome of, yeah, why I created this show because I'm just in a different era. People are having different priorities, and I mean, I miss having girls' night out. The ones that
Yeah.
I had in my 20s were amazing, but yeah, everybody's in a different place. It's not going to happen as frequently, and yeah, our mind state is just totally different. Like sometimes I just don't want to hear about issues or be around people who are Debbie Downers. I just
Hmm.
want to have fun, be playful, just be flirtatious, be whatever. But yeah, sometimes people just be trying to bring their drama, their issues, and it's just not the time for that.
Yep. Exactly how I feel too. And you
Yeah,
know, like I just finished saying this to my friend the other day, you know, with what I've experienced, and the fact that I still get up and try to do good and try to, you know, be me and do that. Like I said before, I demand it from everybody. We all
right.
going through shit. Everybody has shit storms in their life, and of course, at the end of that shit storm, there comes a rainbow. But it's what you do in that shit storm that makes or breaks you, right? So my thing is, I've been broken, gotten back up, been broke. We all broken and get back up, broken and get back up. But I demand whoever's around me to always get back up. If you stay there broken, I'm gonna have to leave you there. Now that doesn't mean I don't support you. That doesn't mean I won't have your back. But I need you to love yourself and support yourself first. Then give out that hand. Then I'll help you up. But for me to help you up from scratch, where you're not trying to do anything for yourself, I can't do that no more. I can't do that no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Your emergency should not be my responsibility. Like,
Exactly. Ooh, that's
your
beautifully said. Yes, exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Had
Exactly.
to
I'll
tell
help you.
somebody this. Yeah, I had to
Mhm.
tell somebody this. Like, you just pulled a no show. Like something is due, and you can't send a 30-second text or email. And I've already paid for the job. Like, your emergency should not be. Like you're fired.
Yeah.
Like, give me my stuff or give me half my money back. Like, this was a waste of
Yeah.
time.
And that's what it is. We live in a world that they don't even do that. Like they really would do a no call, no show and think it's okay. I'm
Child,
like,
no, they try to bring in, oh, I thought we were cool and no, no,
not
no, no,
that
no, 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 no. I have a business to run and a reputation to keep. Like, yeah, no.
That's why
Child,
they cross the lines between that friendship and that business. And then when they cut you off, you're the bitch. It's like, oh, all right, I'll be that then. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to love myself, respect myself, because then all y'all get too comfortable stepping all over me and stepping on my neck for you to get ahead. So sometimes you do have to put them back in their place and remind them this is still business. We could be friends for years, but that's my point. If you are going to throw the friendship word out, then I expected more from you, friend. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely expected more from you, friend. So yeah, that's what it's okay to say these things don't make me happy. These people don't make me happy. A lot of people are just worried about either being by themselves or not appeasing other people. And then it's okay not to. It's okay to say, no, this doesn't work for me. This doesn't make me feel whole. This doesn't make me feel happy. Call me a bitch, label it like you want. But either way, I'm still going to be me, So
some people
you
just
have to
don't
get,
like being by themselves because I
they
just
don't,
said a
they
lot too.
don't,
Like, you're here by yourself, and I'm like,
yeah,
yeah, like, what's the problem? I was
they
born
need
by
to
myself.
latch
Like, what's the
on.
problem?
That's people who, to me, truly don't love themselves. If you really are not comfortable in your own skin, then you can't be good for anybody else if you're not comfortable in your own skin. You just
Right.
can't.
You
If you don't
only
give a shit
hold.
about yourself, how am I to expect you to give a shit about me? Like, come on.
Yeah, it's
That's not
crazy.
gonna work. It's gonna work. But cheers to us for standing our
Yes.
ground. Cheers to us for standing our ground, not taking no shit from nobody, especially more as we get older, we get wiser to that. And we continue on our ground, even on the bad days, right? Even on the bad days. If anything, the bad days should make you hustle harder.
Yes,
You
or
know,
take a nap.
for real. Take a nap. Yeah, no, it's true. Take a nap, regroup, refocus, and come at it. You know what I'm saying? Ninja fly, kick that shit in the next day or something, right? So
Yes,
yeah, it's just
naps
about,
are
it
amazing.
does people need to realize, and I explain this all the time, life does not stop because you're having a shitty day. Like
Oh,
you
you
need to
know,
keep it moving. And I like I said, I'm really at a point now where if you don't keep it moving, you need to get the F out my way. You need to get out my
right.
way. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for your hiccups and your thing because I got my own hiccups and my things. So you really need to get out my way if you're not going to be at that level of grinding and getting up and just doing. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be accomplished all in one day, but it's the fact that you're maintaining, that you're still continuing on what it is that you want to do. Be a better parent, be better for yourself, be better in your relationship, be whatever, just be. If you don't want to be, then what's the opposite of be? Not being, and get the fuck out the way.
Right.
Sorry.
I'm gonna run you
You know what
over.
I'm saying? Get the fuck out the way. Sorry.
Or I'm gonna run you over.
Basically. And I don't mean to, but we don't got time. I could be dead tomorrow. Like, we don't got time. You know what I'm
Child.
saying? Life don't care. That's the thing. People need to pay attention. Life and cancer are the two non-racist things in the world. They will give
Oh
it to
yeah,
whoever.
no.
They will
Mm-hmm.
give it to whoever color, creed, race, whatever, and keep it moving.
Well, yeah,
You know what I'm
whatever
saying?
salary you make, whatever, yeah,
Whatever.
whatever.
When death and cancer want to come in your life, they will come, and they will come 1,000%. They will give 1,000%. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's just, that's why you just got to get up and go, 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 go.
It's craziness.
But
But
cheers to us going.
I'm gonna continue having fun. Child, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not really on Instagram. You will be getting
Never
briefed,
mind.
okay?
It's okay.
I dip my head in there a little bit, but child, yeah, I'm reading the YouTube and the Facebook comments. I do interact on that, but
Yeah.
Instagram, no, ma'am.
I
Y'all,
just repost memes that, mean something to me, and I'll make a little comment about it and keep it moving. You're not
no,
going to see where I'm at. You're not going to see what I'm doing. You're not going to see what I ate, when I poop, none of that. None of
no.
that.
But if y'all see me in person, I do say, hey, ciao, bye. This is
Yeah.
another episode of A
And you have to be
Girl.
careful. And you have to be careful with that too, because the thing is, the people even that follow you on platforms, they think they'll know you well enough to come up to you in your personal space and be like, "Oh, you're my friend now." It's like, wait, I don't know you. Just because you follow me doesn't mean you were. You know what I'm saying?
I've had a couple of people come up to me, but yeah, I don't know. I just give like I don't know what to say, how to say it. I don't, yeah, like I
Thank you, but no
don't,
thank you type thing. Yeah.
yeah, I don't really tolerate BS. Like when I step into a room, I mean business. Like when I walk in, it's not dainty. Like I'm
Yeah.
in there. Like I don't know, my aura is just not like, hey, let's
Yeah.
no, like you kind of know, like don't
Mhm,
don't try me.
mhm, mhm.
Don't
Definitely.
try me, like, but I've had a couple of people, they don't like, hey, I know you. Hey, I think I see you. Do you mind? Like, they're courteous, but
Yeah.
people know, like, I'm not like, hey, it's all kumbaya. I'm gonna kind of look
Yeah.
at you like, who the F are you? Like, I don't know. I just have that kind of like look.
So do I. So do I. So do I.
I,
That's why then
that's,
people get to know me and be like, "Oh my god, you're cool." Like I thought you were a bitch. I'm like, yeah, I give that off. I'm fine with that. I give
yes.
it off also. I'm
Any of
fine with
my friends, they take me somewhere, they always bring a dark pair of shades because they know my eyes will tell a lot of things. Like, bitch, what you say? Like I'm one of
it.
those. Like you say
Yes,
something
definitely.
and I will
Definitely.
just so yeah,
Definitely.
if I wear a dark pair of shades, it's because my eyes is just like very like
Mhm.
storytelling.
Yep, definitely. And that's okay. That's okay. I don't plan to change for anybody. That's okay.
So yes, but I've had a couple of people they know, but yeah, I don't know, I just have like don't test me. And one of
Mhm.
these days, I'm gonna have me a security guard. They won't tackle you, and I'm gonna be no remorse. Like I
Yep.
told you.
Yep.
Ciao.
As soon as you get that book tour, girl, you're gonna have to push them to the side. Get out of my way. Get out of my way.
Ciao. But man, this was a fun episode.
It
It's really
always is when we get together, girl. You know this.
Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know we're gonna
Yes,
offend some of you
guys.
guys. So I see some of y'all comments on some of them episodes. I don't really care, but whatever. You get a thumbs up and that's it.
I mean,
But
if you, I mean, I'm always open to hearing the opposing side. I'm actually the opposite. I'm not one to say it's my opinion and my opinion is valid. I
oh
love to
yeah,
hear
I
this
don't care
opinion
yet.
to see where they came from, you know, where they're coming from. But the majority of the time when they come, it's nonsense. So it's like, yeah, whatever. I don't even know why you're
They'll
bringing that.
comment
But I
on
love,
the clip, like the shortened clips.
yeah,
And then like I'll lead them to the full so they can get the full context. But again, people's spans,
yeah, they won't go to the, yeah, they just take that little bit of clip and run with it. Yeah,
right. But I mean, I don't take that mess for granted because if I see them, they don't have the audacity to say it in my face. So, like I said, you get a thumbs up, a heart, right, and then dot 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 dot
I'll give you
dot.
my cash app if you really, you know what I'm saying? If you want to talk all this much, you might as well help pay a bill then if that's the case. You know what I'm saying?
Child, but yeah, but I like discussions like this. I don't, like I said before, I don't care what your thoughts are. Your thoughts are your thoughts. Your perspective is your perspective. Every woman has their own walk of life, their own views, and whatever fits them, fits them. We don't know your underlying issues, what factors, whatever, what triggers you have in the past. But of course, everyone wants to have something to say, have an outrage. Girl, bye. I don't care. This is a passion project for me. I really enjoy creating this. Yeah, I'm just getting started. So,
Yes, girl. Let them know you here. She here.
yes. Y'all say goodbye to Jennifer. Oh, and definitely
Bye.
give us
Thank
a
you for
thumbs
tuning
up
in.
too. We need more thumbs up.
Thumbs
Thumbs
up.
up, hearts
If you want
it.
some real talk, come this
Yeah.
way.
If y'all
You
have
want to
some
leave all
more
that fake shit behind, come this way.
Right. If y'all have some topics, no relationship, we're not doing relationship. Like I'm just no ma'am.
Yeah, that's
But
a
if
little
you got
fake.
yeah, no, but if you have some women related topics, come on,
Yes,
chime
please.
on in, because like I pulled from this episode, we will
Yeah,
definitely rinse and recycle and keep things
yeah,
going. All
definitely.
right.
Enjoy your day, beautiful women.
All right. Bye, girl.